Nari McDiarmid with you here at Future of Mining in Perth, and I'd like to introduce Dr. Erick Ramanaidou, Chief Research Scientist with CSIRO Mineral Research. And Erick, thank you for being here. How, may I ask, do you tailor ore body knowledge for specific commodities?
Thanks for having me. Well, say for example, you're mining iron ore. Iron ore is big grade, 60%, which means that most of your rocks are ore. On the other hand, if you're mining gold, where you have like 3 ppm of gold, which is pretty much 3 grams per ton, clearly you will have a different, technique to understand your ore body. But at the end, you have to have the end in mind, which means that what is your final product, right? You're in gold, well, it's little gold nuggets or things like that. In iron ore will be, for instance, a rock that has specific metallurgical properties, so that the Chinese mostly that buy these iron ore rocks can use them to produce the best steel possible. So what you want is making sure that whatever commodity you have, you optimize what you have. That is, make as much money as you can to give your customer the best product. That's pretty much it. And of course, we're talking gold, 3 grams per ton, iron ore, 60%. But you say, for example, you have nickel is about 3%, so in between. So in nickel or lithium, for example, lithium being a rare, a critical metal that the mine is very, very buzzy, if you want, then you have to understand the distribution of lithium within the rocks, in which mineral it is, and so forth. So you have to tailor your ore body knowledge to your commodity.
And what do you have to bear in mind in terms of remote locations, Erick, like the Pilbara, for example?
Yeah, so I work a lot in the Pilbara, and so of course in the Pilbara it's very remote, it's very harsh conditions, and you are very far away from analytical labs, although it's changing now, but still most of the labs will be in Perth. And nowadays, as you probably know, we have the remote operating centers next to the airport in town. So for remote, my feeling is that it's about people. You bring many people into this remote mine exploration camp, and it's very difficult. You fly away, flying fly away from your family, and so it's taxing, right? And so what the company are doing about that, they're going for automation. So it means that you want to reduce the number of people in the Pilbara, you want to bring them back to Perth, where they can do their stuff remotely through sensors, through television, all kind of piece of information. So if you remove these people, then they're with their family, at the end of the day, they go back home in Perth, that improve drastically their mental health. And I think this is, working remotely, and, you had probably read a lot of these problems in the Pilbara and also remote places. It's kind of like, it's very taxing on the mental health of many people over there. So automation, bringing some, for example, all the trains now are automated. Nobody in there anymore. The trucks, most of the trucks are like that. Drilling is getting automated as well. So at the end, you probably have not that many people that they will be just there to maintain these different sensors. And so the workforce will be mostly in Perth. Now, the negative bit about that, they're not going to pay as much. So it's a balance in between coming home at night to a nice dinner or being paid more and wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? So that's a challenge, but up to them.
Very true. Erick, thank you so much.
You're welcome.